they released him after like less than a week in jail, and everyone is kind of angry about that, right? Somebody said Cookie did 20 years, Jamal did 20 minutes. That's terrible. And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. All right, my friend, let's talk about JUSSIE Smollett. Let's talk about this young, fine actor. He was a good actor, actually. Except the love scenes. I wasn't comfortable with the love scenes until I actually got tired of the show Empire. And my wife and I will watch some of the shows just as a way to relax together. And after a while, maybe after about 3 seasons or so, maybe 2, we kind of lost taste until this guy decided to make a whole nonsense fool out of himself, right? And staged a whole hate crime by himself. I really still don't fully understand why somebody would do that. But now, as of last week, he got sentenced to, I think they said 150 days, about 5 months in jail. But as of this moment, it's been released, and that's the video you're watching, right? As of this moment, it's been released on bail, something like. Well, they went to file an appeal, and it's been released. So a lot of people are angry about that. A lot of people are not too happy about that. Now, some ladies, people like Lawson, Tina Knowles, formerly Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mother, has come out to say the punishment is unreal and is unfair and unjust. That's what she said, right? Let me see here. Let's review some of this stuff right here that we have going on with this case. So again, hate crime. He used 2 Nigerian young boys to stage a hate crime, basically pretending to beat him up or something like that, and he actually staged the whole thing, according to the investigations, according to the lawsuit that he actually lost, that he was sentenced to jail, right? So I'm looking at this case, and what I said, I was actually on I actually plugged in on my brother Nathan Daly's platform. And I said, well, they're all victims of the society in terms of what I meant was that, men are just becoming weaker and weaker. Sadly, men are coming off as, you can see them at the top of their lungs yelling and roasting women, and they think that's a thing of strength, or they're holding women accountable. It's actually weak. It's actually weak all over the place, just weak men all over the place. And that's what it is, and I'll keep calling it out until you start to really see it as weak, right? But it shows in society in so many ways. One of the ways is what this young man just did. Like, he had such a massive level of success. Was just coming off of the show. I think the show just got cancelled or something like that. He was gonna find jobs. He was gonna be all right. But he wanted to, I don't know, maybe he wanted to make showcase hate crime and decided to act it out. And they filed real paperwork at the police reports that this actually happened. Come to find out that he staged the whole thing according to investigations. Now they're filing an appeal, and they're claiming, now they're starting to say maybe there's some things. Now here's one which here's the lesson about life here, the life lesson here for you gentlemen, right? We don't know what we don't know. There's a lot there's so many variables, there's so many things you're not in control of, right? So many things, right? Including if this was completely still a way to get him away. We don't know. But if I was to bet on it, I would say no, he's guilty, right? He was found guilty. And if I was to bet on it, I would say that. But nothing is impossible, literally. Okay? So when they go file appeal right now, it's starting to look like, oh yeah, some people stage something like this was all a lie, blah, blah, blah. And that's what you're seeing going on here, right? So they released him after like less than a week in jail. And everyone is kind of angry about that, right? Somebody said Cookie did 20 years. Jamal did 20 minutes. That's terrible. But anyway, this is somebody's freedom. So we have systems in place to, to continue to find him guilty if he's guilty, and we just have to trust in that system, right? All right, so here is him coming out of jail.
Anything you want to say for yourself? Jussie, anything you want to say for yourself?
So he turned his own life upside all the way down, right? He turned his own life upside down. It is what it is, right? But this is the attorney, and this is what he had to say. This is first of all, let me show you. The JUSSIE SMOLLETT ordered released from jail pending appeal, served less than a week of 150-day conviction. So people are saying it's not really a threat to society, so why put him away? That's what they're saying. Is he a threat to society? Someone that will stage such a lie. I don't know. But anyway, this is what Miss Tina Lawson, formerly Miss Knowles, Beyonce's mother, had to say. No matter what happened, what opinion you have of whether or not JUSSIE SMOLLETT did what he is accused of or not, the punishment does not fit the crime. People walk away free from killing our people every day. So that's the argument. I think also Taraji made that. I'll play that in a second here if I have time. How many instances of our young black people have been murdered in the last year and they has been deleted? Sorry about that. And what about people involved in the treason at the White House? Most went unpunished. That's true, with the whole invading of the Capitol Hill, right? And a lot of stuff, right? And then they give this man 5 months in jail. Are you kidding me? This is unjust. This man is not a threat to society. I'm not sure if you can. I think people can argue that it's a threat if you can stage such a thing and actually file the real police report, right? Black people, we cannot afford to let this slide. Trust me. Okay, so this becomes a black people issue. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's an easy way to drag people into it. But I think the black people are divided on this after the fact, right? So let's see what this lawyer has to say.
The First District Appellate Court in Illinois, in Chicago, just released an order ordering that JUSSIE SMOLLETT should be released from jail immediately. Now, this appeal that we filed, the basis of our appeal was very simple. We told the appellate court that pending the appeal, JUSSIE ought to be released because, quite frankly, I'm going to put it in layman's terms and not legal talk. The case sucks. The case is bogus against him, and they released him. And that says a lot about what the appellate court thinks of this case. Now, we still have a long battle ahead of us. Everyone should please, please, please pray. We need the fight. We need the support we got. Everyone helped in this fight. All the calls of support, the video, the sharing on social media, everyone contributed to this.
So anyway, the social media, blah, 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 right? Here's the point, right? There's so much more that we can't see than what we can see. For those of you that want to be intentional, that means you should be intentionally humble. Apply humility when you're dealing with life. Don't intentionally say, I know it all. That's always going to backfire, okay? You should obviously educate yourself as much as you can, but you probably had double the dose of humility on top of that. And if you don't believe me, wait until later on in life. You will see why I said that. Because there's just so much more that you don't have control of. We don't know what we don't know. We know that the case, he was found guilty, but now they're in what they call the appellate court for the appeal, and they've just been released. Who knows? We're gonna watch and see. But another point here is this: the society has very zero tolerance for you, especially as a black man. You can't afford to move in your emotions in public. I don't care if you cover your face. I don't care if you're not using your real name. They will find you, okay? And they can put you away, okay? And even if you didn't do anything. I know it's sad. It's crazy, right? How much more when you're being reckless with your mouth on social media? How much more, right? So you don't want to increase the chances of something completely terrible or unfair happening to you, potentially affecting your family, right? You don't want to do stupid shit, right? You need to find a good, respectable way of living and live life. Create a family. That's the most beautiful thing ever. I'm telling you, it may seem like not a big deal, but that's the way to enjoy life. Everything else is bullshit. When you come home and you relax and you say, hey, these are mine, I belong to them, that we are family. There's nothing greater than that. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think about this case? Do you believe that Jussie is guilty, or do you believe that there may be something to the appeal? What are your opinions about this? I want to see it. Please share it. I will be interested, because again, this is how I learn. I'm also learning together with you as we go. All right. Thanks for watching.